Hey guys, what's up? It's Stephanie. I have another video for you this week, and the topic of the video today is going to be how I got rejected from 11 schools the second time around. But thankfully, I was accepted from at least one. So I will be talking about that in this video. If you are interested, just keep watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Alright, so I have another video that I did, and it discussed how I was rejected from all the schools the first time I applied. So this video is different. It's going to be talking about my second year applying. So the second time that I applied, I actually applied to more schools, and then on top of that I feel that I had a stronger application. I had more patient care experience. I always had 0. I had more of that. I also had more research experience. I had more healthcare experience, and I had a new letter of recommendation. So the second time I applied, I decided I'm gonna apply to more schools because I told myself that I felt like 9 schools was too little, and I was applying to schools that were really out of my game. So schools that required a lot of things that I didn't have. That's why I always stress it's really important for you to research the school before you apply to it. And that is something I learned the first year because I did not research these schools, and they would reject me, and when they rejected me, they had a page that said, we require students to have this certain amount of patient hours, this certain amount of healthcare experience hours, etc. And I didn't have most of that, or some of them I didn't have the prereqs. So I just kind of applied blindly. I looked at schools and I really liked that school, and I told, I'm gonna apply to see if I get in. So I don't recommend that. Research your schools if you can before you apply. So like I said, I applied to 15 schools. I was rejected from 11. More like, I apologize, 12, because I got 4 interviews the second time I applied. I went to 2 interviews. I withdrew from the other 2 interviews. One of the interviews I went to, I actually thought I did pretty well. I felt really good about myself. And the next day, literally, I was rejected. So, and it was interesting, the other interview I went to, I felt like I did terrible, and I was accepted. So, you never know. Don't feel too bad about yourself when you come out of an interview, because of course the interview is very important, but the admissions committee also looks at a lot more than your interview. So, for example, your personal statement, letters of recommendation, etc. And the reason why I'm making this video now is because I finally just got my last rejection letter, and I had already known I was rejected from them, but I was just kind of waiting for that official rejection letter, which I got. So as I say in my other videos, I have a list of that if you guys want to look at the schools that I interviewed. I told myself, I made an Excel sheet, and I kept track of every school that rejected me and every school I received an interview from, and the schools that I got accepted from. Thankfully, I got 1 acceptance, and all it takes is just 1 acceptance, guys, just 1. So out of the 15 schools, I was accepted by 1 school, and it was my #1 choice from the list. So I'm extremely thankful, extremely blessed that I will be attending this school. So, like I said, if you can, apply to as many schools as you can if your budget allows you to. I really, really, really recommend it, because if I wouldn't have applied, I feel, to that many schools, I may have not gotten in this year. And I really wanted to get in this year, so that's why I made sure I applied to 15. I was actually going to apply to even more, but after researching each school, I slowly started taking them off my list because my application did not have the requirements that the school had when it came down to classes, prereqs, healthcare experience, patient care experience, etc. So I just took them off of my list and decided not to apply. So once again, apply to as many schools as your budget allows you as you can. I really recommend it that way. If you have various acceptances, at the end you get to choose what school you want to go to depending on, your preference or on tuition, on the location, etc. So I just want to talk about my experience, guys. Like I said, I got rejected by 11 schools, but hey, I got accepted for one school. And I know it's like a dagger in the heart every single time you get that rejection letter. And they started coming in last year when I applied in August, and some of the rejections started coming in like in September. So I know it's like a dagger, just like, and you feel like you're not good enough. But once you get that acceptance, it is all worth it, guys. It is worth it. Alright, guys, well, thanks for watching my videos. In total, I got rejected from 20 schools. So in addition, from the first year and the second year, I got rejected from 20 schools, guys. And out of the 20, I got one acceptance, and now I am a PA student, guys. So all it takes is one. You can apply to 30, 40 schools, and all you gotta do is get into one. So it doesn't matter if you get rejected from 30, 40, 50 schools, you gotta submit into one. And once you become a PA, I mean, who's gonna know you got rejected from all those schools? So, and the proper school is going to select you. And I actually learned that because the school that I got in, it has everything I wanted. Alright, guys, thanks for watching my videos. If you guys have any feedback, any questions, etc., just make sure you comment below or send me an email. I will try to get in contact with you as soon as I can, but shoot me an email. I just wanted to share this experience with you guys, that it doesn't matter how many schools you're rejected from. I'm not ashamed. I learned from that experiences. No shame, no shame. Got rejected from 20 schools, no shame. But just learn from my experiences, and like I said over and over again, it just takes one acceptance and you become PA. Alright, guys, thanks for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.